One of the two men involved in the hired killing of a former Air India bombing suspect was sentenced to life in prison without a chance of parole for 20 years here in Westminster courts. Tanner Fox, 24 years old, pled to second-degree murder of Ripudaman Singh Malik. That happened in July 2022. Malik was shot to death in his car outside of his business in Surrey. Now, many of Malik's supporters were present in the courtroom. They filled it, actually, and while often in media reports you'll hear about Malik referred to as the former and acquitted Air India bombing suspect, the people who were supporting him in the courtroom today remember him as the founder of the Khalsa schools, as the founder of the Khalsa Credit Union, as a family man, as someone who was a true leader in their community. Malik's son made a statement after the sentencing and took no questions afterwards.
I'm speaking to you with a small sense of relief, but our journey doesn't end today.
That's because there's another trial to come for Jose Lopez, who is also accused. The convicted hitman, Fox, was described as a good student, and it was impossible to say how he turned to a criminal lifestyle. Crown prosecutors described the murder as cold-blooded and calculated. On the day before the murder, court documents and photos obtained by City News show Fox changing the license plates on the sports car that he and Jose Lopez would drive to the crime scene for reconnaissance. Afterwards, they steal a white SUV that would later become their getaway vehicle. On the day of the murder, July 14th, 2022, around 8 a.m., they park the SUV near the crime scene at 82361 28th Street in Surrey and wait for Malik to arrive. Malik shows up in a red Tesla and parks his car in front of his business about an hour and a half later. Malik is shot 7 times and dies in the driver's seat of his car. His attackers escape in the SUV and set it on fire in a nearby laneway. Malik's daughter-in-law and daughter addressed the court with their victim impact statements, sometimes speaking to Fox directly about the irreparable harm that he had committed on their family. And Fox also addressed the court before his sentencing, basically explaining how sorry he was for what he had done, talking about how young he was at the time when that killing happened. But Jaspreet Malik wants more than an apology.
Tell the RCMP who hired you. Let those people be brought to justice.
Jose Lopez is due to be in court on January 31st. In Westminster, Kier Junos, City News.